Good day everyone, my name is Bea B. Castañares and today I will discuss the production of squash. The scientific is Cucurbita maxima. And squash is also known as kalabasa in the Philippines. This vegetable is beloved for its versatility in cooking kanang daghan siya kaina-iyahang putahe and daghan po siya nutritional benefits. It can be used in various dishes and even processed into product like ketchup and pastillas. Ang iyang seed kay katong famous nga dragon seed and more. Nutritionally, squash is rich in essential vitamins and minerals, making it a healthy choice that can help prevent diseases such as cancer and high blood pressure. It's true jud no nga ang kalabasa is pampalinaw ng mata tungod sa iyang gihatag nga beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is for eyes. Now, let's proceed with the adoption of squash. First, let's talk about the soil and climate requirements. Squash grows well in different soil types but thrives best in well-drained sandy loam and clay loam with a pH of 5.5 to 6.5. It prefers a warm, dry climate with temperatures between 18 and 30 degrees Celsius. Next is the planting times. In the Philippines, squash is typically planted in two different seasons, from October to December in lowland areas and from May to July in highland region. Varietal selection. Selecting squash varieties, it's important na piliun jud tong well suited to the local condition and katong mga resistance to pests and diseases. And an example of suitable variety is the katong Suprema F1, which matures in about 85 days. Now, let's talk about the cultural management practices. First is the land preparation. Plowing. Plow 2 to 3 times to prepare the soil and control weeds. Plow at the deep or 15 to 20 centimeters for better root penetration. Then harrow every after plowing to pulverize and level the field. Farmers should plow or pagbungkal sa yuta. Then next is the harrow. Pagdaro para ma-pulverize or mapantay ang yuta. Or it can be zero tillage. Pwede po siya sa squash. Zero tillage means kanang dili na nimo siya hilagtan ang yuta, diretso na kagtanong. Next is drainage. Create drainage canals to prevent waterlogging during sa rainy seasons. Now, let's proceed with the fertilizer application. Soil analysis is recommended to determine the appropriate fertilizer needed. If soil analysis is not unavailable, using decomposed manure before planting can provide necessary nutrients. With the side dressing with fertilizer like urea and potash is also important for sustaining plant growth. Next is planting. Squash have a two method of planting, the direct seeding or transplanting. Transplanting is recommended for hybrids. The seed requirements is 2 to 5 kilograms of seeds per hectare. Seed preparation is soak seeds overnight and germinate them in a dark, cold place. For direct seeding methods, plant 1 to 2 pre-germinated seeds per hill, spaced 1 meter apart, and cover with fine soil. In wet seasons, use raised beds or ridges to prevent flooding. This is optional for wet season or rainy seasons. For transplanting method, grow seedling in potlets or tree using a mix 1 part compost, 1 part garden soil, and 1 part carbonized rice hull. Rice hull is katuna siyang cover bitaw sa bugas nga color brown, mao na siyang rice hull. Then i-carbonize na nimo, then i-mix na nimo siyang tulo. Then bago nimo siya itanong, istubigan pa nimo siya and 1 to 2 cm ang kalalom and cover with fine soil. Ibutang nimo siya sa under temporary shade or not direct sa sunlight and water regularly. Harden seedlings by gradually reducing watering and exposing them to sunlight for 10 to 15 days after emergence. After sa iyang pag-emergence or makita na tong unang tubo sa dahon gikan sa yuta, pwede na siya bawasan ang pagbubo sa tubig and also pwede na po siya hinahinayag expose sa sunlight. para pagbutang sa iyahang permanent nga tamnanan kay dili na siya ma-shock or dili na ma-stress ang squash. For final transplanting, transplant 1 seedling per hill, 1 meter ang kalagyo, and buhaton ni siya in afternoon or on a cloudy days to minimize shock and replant any missing hills. Now, let's proceed with the irrigation. Watering is essential, especially during the fruiting stage. Best to water the plants weekly and avoid watering when the fruits are mature to maintain their quality. Pruning involves removing lateral branches and deformed fruits to help the plant focus in energy on developing healthy fruits. Pollination. Pollination kay daghan kay ni siya pamaagi. It can be insect pollination, wind pollination. Farmers should be practice the hand pollination using male flowers to improve food settings. Labaw na sa squash kay daghan jud kayo og kanang bulak. Dili jud malikayan nga naa jud dili maka-survive nga bulak. Ikwaon siya and i-pollinate sa isa ka bulak. Himuon ni siya is 6 to 8 in the morning. Weeding and cultivation. Remove weeds regularly, especially early in growth. Removing unwanted plants kay maka-reduce jud sa competition for nutrients and space. Pest management. Maintaining field sanitation help minimize pest problems. Common pests include aphids and lady beetles. Using resistant varieties and pesticides can help manage these pests effectively. Powdery mildew is a common disease of squash but the most damaging disease is mosaic virus. So kung makita nimo ni sa mga tanom, sunugon jud para dili na maapektuhan ang uban. Kay pwede man gud siya ma-habitat sa mga insects and pagka magkadaghan jud ang ingana sa tanom. So we need na magsunog jud og ingani og makakita ta. Now, the last step of production of squash is harvesting. For culinary purposes, squash should be harvested when the fruits are immature, about 30 to 40 days after pollination. For seed production, kanang fully matured fruits should be harvested when they have a hard rind and a powdery face. Hard rind is kanang gahi na siya ug kanang baga na ang iyang panit, daraan na siya i-harvest for seed production. And that's all. Thank you.